Hi, Lori Kelly here with Dragonfly Fitness and Nutrition Coaching. This video gives you 10 variations on the squat exercise. Squats are a great exercise for just about everyone, no matter your fitness level, because they mimic a fundamental movement of everyday life. Here are some of the key benefits of squats. First and foremost, they strengthen all of your lower body. This includes the muscles of your legs and lower back, as well as tendons and ligaments in the hips, knees, and feet. And because squats are a weight-bearing exercise, they help improve bone density. Squats help with flexibility and mobility for all those reasons, and also improve your core strength and posture. To get the most from your squats, use dumbbells in each hand. Go with as heavy a weight as you can handle for 10 to 12 repetitions. Then recover for 30 seconds to a minute between sets. We'll start with a demonstration of basic squat technique, then I'll show you 9 variations on the basic squat that you may incorporate into your exercise routine. Here we have the basic squat. Your feet are hip-width apart with toes pointing straight ahead, or maybe just a tiny bit turned out. Press your hips back as you lower down, as if you're sitting into a chair. Your weight should be in your heels. Keep your knees tracking over your toes and don't let them fall in or bow out. Keep your torso as upright as possible. Go as far down as it feels comfortable, looking for a goal of trying to bring your thighs parallel with the floor. As you rise back up, squeeze your glutes and go slowly for the best effect. This first variation is a great way to practice perfect squat form. Place a stability ball against a wall at waist height and press your back into it. Walk your feet out in front of you as you lean back into the ball. Your feet are hip width with toes pointing straight ahead. Press your hips back as you lean into the ball and lower down, coming down to a 90-degree bend in the knees. Then squeeze the glutes to come back up. I love this variation because it allows you to do a perfect squat with your chest high. In this next variation, and the one that follows, you're doing a basic squat, but just changing the tempo. This first one focuses on the concentric muscle contraction of the legs, meaning the phase of the movement where you're rising up, pushing against gravity. To do a concentric squat, you'll lower down quickly for 1 count, then slowly rise back up again, perhaps for a count of 3 to even 5. The eccentric squat is the opposite of the concentric. In this variation, you're lowering into the squat very slowly, resisting gravity from pulling you down faster. Then once you reach the bottom of the move, press up quickly. Just like the concentric squat, make the slow part a count of 3 to 5. Next we have a plie squat. Now this variation works the insides and outsides of the thighs as well as the glutes and the quads. Your feet are very wide apart with toes pointing out at a diagonal. Hold a single weight at chest height. As you lower down, press your knees apart and aim to keep your torso very tall and upright. As you press back up, squeeze your inner thighs and glutes. This narrow squat variation also works the inner thighs, but also really targets the quads. Stand with your legs and feet together and hold a single weight at chest level. As you lower down, press your hips back as if you're sitting in a chair. Really squeeze your legs together on both the downward and upward movements. Work to get as close as possible to having your thighs parallel to the floor at the bottom of the movement. Next up is a sumo squat. Now you might think this looks a lot like the plie squat, but there are several important differences. You'll still start with your feet very wide, holding a single weight with both hands at chest level, but your toes are pointing forward, not out at a diagonal. Now this is a very important distinction. Also, as you lower down, press your hips back and lean your torso forward as much as you need to. Squeeze the inner thighs, quads, and glutes to rise back up to tall. The last 2 squat variations I have for you involve an offset weight, meaning you're holding a single weight on one side of your body. This forces your core to activate in order to hold you upright. This first one is called a suitcase squat because you're holding a weight at your side like a heavy suitcase. Keep your free arm taut and your torso level as you do each squat. Be sure to do a full set on each side to even things out. Our final squat variation is a single arm rack squat. Now traditionally these are done with a kettlebell, but you can use a dumbbell too. You'll hold the weight up at your shoulder on one side and perform your basic squat movement. Because this is an offset move, you'll need to work harder to keep your torso level and not tilt to the side where the weight is. The placement of the weight on your upper body makes this version a bit more challenging than the suitcase squat.
If you enjoyed this video, please like it, share it, or leave a comment. For more videos like this, subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on Facebook, LinkedIn, and Pinterest. Also, check out my blog at dragonfly-fitness.com for articles on exercise, wellness, nutrition, and more.